Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, Wrangle. Good morning, the believer. Powder, thank you, my powder. Andrew, they hang it, the gold medal today. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Guppreet, good morning. SM, good morning. Yes. Good morning. Hello, everybody. Whoa. Facial. Lino. Powder. Look at all of these gold medals. Facial. Lino. Powder. Yes, it is. Shelley Stringer. Guppreet. Do I color it? No, I don't color it. You kidding me? Shelly! Look at all of these donations coming in. Lino Rocha! Holy moly! Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody. Good morning to you. Woo! Happy Halloween! Wait a minute, everybody. Hold on. It's Halloween. I forgot. hold on, everybody. Here we go. Wait a minute. There we go. Let's go, everybody. Let's go. Woo-wee. Mr. Dave. Yes. Lino Rocha, Mr. Dave. They're on a roll today. I love it. Good morning. Right out of the gate. Holy moly. Good morning, Travis. Maximo, this is a spy. Guppreet, good morning, everybody. Are we ready? Hope you all are doing well. All we ask that you do throughout the live is donate if and when you can, okay? Share the live and TAP throughout the line. It's Halloween. Can we get to 250 taps? What do you think? Think we can do it? If we commit to it, we got to do it. So are we committing to 250? You can say no. Are we committing to 250, everybody? On your spots, yes. Come on, Terry Brown, get in that VIP. Luli. Are we ready? Let's go. Are we committing to 250, everybody? Are we committing to 250? I want an answer. Marcus, Shady M, Anya, thank you so much. Mr. Dave is the title gifter of the donuts. Lino, the title gifter of the money gun. We're committing. Anya says yes. Anya says yes. Scott says no. You two battle it out. All right, here we go. Miss Market, we are in a neutral state. We are in position 2 to the upside. We're running right into that 5-minute 200 right there, traders, okay? And then we have the 15-minute 200 right down here. I told you, folks, we were getting pullbacks, okay? I told you. So if you try to go to the Didn't work out so well for you. All right, here we go. Back over 686.10. You have room up to 690. 690 here on the SPY. You want to get under 679, and you have room down to 676 and 673 on Miss Market today. Happy Halloween! Mr. Dave with the $1.99 super chat. Yes. Bum, 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 bum. Good morning, Future. How are you? Meta, you got it. Tanya with the head heart. Sue Felicia with the heartbeat. Anya with the bad head weave. Yes, it is. All right, let's see what we're doing here. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Right now, we are in a narrow state on Meta. We are in position 1 to the upside here on Meta. We got this pivot base coming into here at 681, so make sure you mark that out. 681 base here on Meta. What else do you notice about Meta? If we pull this back, what do we notice about Meta? You are in a narrow base. Yes, it is. You got room up to 681. First stop on Meta, over 681 with a retest. You have room up to 718. So as we pull this back, my traders, above here, we wait for the retest. Then we have room up to 718, okay? Even better, we get to move up. We don't get confirmation. We wait for that pullback right there, and then we get our confirmation, and we go up to 718. All right, my traders? Let's go, let's go. Thank you for all the follows. Let's go, my beauties. Tanya, thank you. Bill Boyle. What else are we looking at? Netflix. Ghostbusters. All right. That was fun. All right, here we go on the flicks of net. Let's pull it back. We are in a neutral state. We are in position 2 here on Netflix. Yes. We're going to mark out our major support and resistance zones right now. That's what we're doing with the white lines. I don't do this when I trade. I only do it for you. You have to trade on multiple time frames, everybody, okay? You can't be putting lines all over your charts. You have room up to 1106.40, 1106.40, and 1111.61 here on Netflix. Yes. Back under 1088. Get under the whole number. Under the whole number of 1088. We have room down to a 1064. Fun World says, is this NASDAQ? NASDAQ, as in I'm dapper? No, not NASDAQ. Maybe you want to take a nap? I'm not sure what's happening here. Do you want to take a nap? Right now, we are in a neutral state, bearish neutral state. We are in position 2 to the upside on the Qs. We got support right here at 632.47. We got a triple top up there at 636. Make sure you mark that down, okay, my beauties? As we pull this back to our execution time frame, bearish neutral state, bullish position. Right here, we got a triple top. Boom, boom, boom. Major resistance there, 636 and 637 here on the Qs. We want to get back under 625.95, and then you have room down to 624. How are we doing? Who was green? Candy with the pumpkin carriage. Candy and Anya with the hat mustache. Marcus. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the follows, everybody. PLTR. Fighting a little sickness here, everybody. Fighting a little sickness. That's why my voice is deeper today. Remember I told you the whole house got it? I was bobbing and weaving. Well, they found an open spot. They found an open spot during that bob and weave, my babies. All right, let's see what we got here. What are we doing? PLTR. Okay. All right, here we go. We are in an arrow state on PLTR. $200, major resistance. Remember we talked about this? You already got a double top right there. Watch that triple top. $200 in a neutral bearish state. Back under 194, you got room down to 187 here on PLTR. Watch this double deuce up here. You already rejected hard twice. Look, whammo, whammo, okay? Amazon, the Amazon Roonies. So who was green yesterday and who was red? Let me see. Green, green, best month ever. Good job. Green, green, green. Yeah, almost all the VIPers were green yesterday. Maybe a few weren't, but for a majority of them. You could not be green yesterday. If you're in your learning phase right now, that's okay. And remember, traders, I must say this, okay? And then don't get upset with me when I say this. I just speak fact and truth. You got to have thick skin to be a trader. All right? You got to have, I mean, that's just the bottom line. There's no way for me to sugarcoat this. You must have thick skin to be a trader. If you don't have that, and only you know if you have that, all right? So it's going to be hard for you if you do not have that thick skin. All right, Amazon, we are way up there in position 3. We are going to pull this back. There's something about having thick skin and making yourself believe you do when you really don't. And that's okay if you don't. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just that trading isn't going to be for you. That's all. That's our move to the upside on Amazon. All right, we're going to watch the whole numbers here. 252, 253, 254. What are we looking for? When we have a gap up like this, what do we go by? 50%, 240, 25%, 244. Do you see it? So this is what you are looking at. The pullback. Can you hold the 25 for another room higher? The 50, can you hold it for another room higher? Under the 50, we do not look to go long. We are coming back through the wickets here, okay? We are coming back through the wickets. So if you get under 50%, you're coming back down to 233. Thank you for the follow, Will the Thrill, yes, and Q. We are at 39,000 only taps. That's it. Might be a short day. I could use a short day, trader, so I would start tapping if I was you. Getting a little tight up there on the Qs. Remember, all roads. You got to get back over 26 and 290.50. Then you got a little channel here up to 26 328.50 on them Qs. Let's get back under 26 140.50, and then we got room down to 26 050. Use VWAP to know if goes short or long. RJY, how long have you been losing in the market? Thank you, J-Stacks. Thank you. Let me show you something about Miss Market. All right? Let me show you something about Miss Market. What did I tell you all week? We started here, remember? We still had room up. The 8 starts getting far from the 20. We were up here. What did I tell you? All roads. Boeing. You've been losing for 50 years? Jesus. Keep using VWAP. Right now, we are in a neutral state. We are in the whip zone here on Boeing. Yes, it is. Let's see what we got. As soon as I hear someone that says, do you use VWAP? Amateur. Do you use VWAP? Amateur. Nothing screams more than an amateur than that word of VWAP. All right now we are in a neutral state on Boeing. Above 204, you have room up to 211. 211 here on Boeing in this neutral bearish state. Back under $200. Remember, 200 from yesterday. Remember I told you about those big round numbers. They are major support and resistance. 198 and 197 on Boeing. Yes, dump it. Get rid of VWAP. It is bullshit. Davion, thank you. Jay Stacks with the rose. Muhar, Candy, JDM, yes. Tesla. I told you Tesla was in a narrow state yesterday, didn't I? Woo! Isn't this fun, everybody? Isn't this fun? Do we love this game or what? Huh? Oh, brothers. Brother. Hey, brother. All right, here we go on Tesla. Now, just listen, all right? Above 448.61, you have room up to 453 and 454.50. Okay? Back under 439.97, we have room down to 433 here on Tesla. Now, let's take a look what we got. This is our move to the upside currently. Are we going long into 449? No. Okay? No. Got it? If we come back and we take this green out, can we go short? Yes, you got room down to 433. Okay? Because the state of your stock is what? Bearish. Your position will be bearish. To the upside, going into resistance in a state that's bearish when you're in a what? Bullish position ain't going to go very well. Okay? It's common sense, folks. IWM. We're going to do IWM in a second. Google yesterday. I got this short. I got the give back here on Google. Okay? That was my first trade to the downside. That was a beauty. That thing just woo. Then on MU yesterday, I saw us come back over the granddaddy of them all, right here on the 5, with a retest. Boom, got in. That was trade number 2 to the upside. 2 beauties, okay? Folks, you got to know what you're doing. You can't just guess. It ain't going to work, all right? You got to know why you're taking a trade. Why? If you can't answer why you took that trade, you don't know what you're doing. I can promise you that. All right, back to IWM. Why'd you take the trade? I saw a lot of green bars. Why'd you take the trade? Well, VWAP, it was over VWAP. It was over VWAP. IWM, we're in a neutral state. We are in the whip zone on IWM. I love that one. But Voss, it was over VWAP. It was over VWAP. All right, here we go. IWM. Above 246.58, we got room up to 248 and 248.33 here. Okay? Above 248.33 with a retest, you have room up to 250. Under 244.65, you have room down to 244. First stop on IWM. Under 244, retest that. You have room down to 241.44. Now, let's take a look and see what we got. If we come to the downside, traders, look, right here. Am I going short into 244? Am I going to say, we're bleeding out? Am I going to go short into 244? Seriously. Hello, Leons, Renz. Good to see you. Thank you for following on both. Yes, if you're here for the first time, hit that follow button. We are on every day. Look at those numbers. See what happens when we hit the first goal right away like Lino and everyone accomplished this morning? That's what you do every time we go live. See the difference? Are we going short there? And thank you. I appreciate you all. No, we're not going short there, traders. We can't go short there, my beauties. All right? Because you're going short into support. We don't just randomly go short into support. We need a reason to go short. So if we come back up here and then we get an event then we go short. We don't just randomly go short because we see this. Look, we're bleeding out. We're bleeding out. Hurry up. Get in here. Hurry up. Short it. This is the best. Look, when an amateur sees this, look. Here it comes. Get in. Hurry up. It's going to the moon. We're getting in. And then whant. How many of you have been caught in something like that? It's not fun, right? Nvidia, let's go. We're here to help you, folks. You got to want the help. Remember that. Yes, the VIP is open. You're going to head over to the VossTrading.com to get in the VIP. This weekend, you will learn how to trade correctly. You can spend all weekend learning how to trade correctly. This is the weekend to finally get off the tushy and learn how to trade. You owe it to yourself. Click the link in my YouTube or TikTok bio. Let's get back to work. Nvidia, right now, we are in a neutral state. We are in a neutral state currently, and we are in position 3 to the upside. Oh, I love Nvidia, baby. Remember, we added back at 119. I warned you. I hope you guys did it. All right, here we go on the vids. We are in a bearish neutral state. We are up there in position 2. We have room up to 208. That's the golden goose. 208, 209. Then we got to look for that pullback on Nvidia. It's time for a little pullback, okay? So this is our move to the upside. We get room up to 208. Watch that pullback right here around 207. This is where your 25% retracement is going to be. 206 is where your 50 is going to be. Under 206, we're coming through the wickets, okay? So if we stay above 207 with an event, can you go long? Yes or no? If you stay above 25, can you go long above 207 with an event? Yes, correct, VIP. If you come back to 206 with an event, can you go long, traders? Yes. If we get under 250, if we come back to 205, can we go long with an event to the upside at 205? We're going to do it, Jakey, again. Don't worry. No, we're not going to go long under 205. Okay? You are looking for the break of structure back to the downside. You have to know your retracements, folks. You have to know where your key retracements level. You have to know what just happened to the left before you make a trade. Too many of you are looking to the right. You know what's over here to the right? Your profit and loss you have up. Those that look this way as a trader are red every month. Those that look this way as a trader are green every month. These people are looking at their profit and loss when they're in a trade, and they're basing their trade off emotion. These people are looking at setups. They don't give a shit about profit and loss. All they're worried about is trading the setup correctly. That's the difference. Let's go. Meta. Right now, above 671.53, you have room up to 681. Above 681 with a retest, you have room up to 718 here on Meta, okay? Back under 664.59, you have room down to 651. Let's go. Well, no one cares about pre-market, Mike. Amateurs worry about pre-market. Thank you for being here, though. Appreciate you. Reddit. I love everyone who trades pre-market. The retailers, the big boys are messing with them in pre-market to set up their big moves when the market bell actually opens. Did you guys know that? They're toying with you. That's why at the open, all the retailers get rocked. They get ravaged. Hold on, everybody. because they're messing with you, man. All right, Reddit, we are in a bearish neutral state. Look at the state of the stock here. Look at it, okay? Bearish neutral state. That's our move to the upside. Look at the state of the stock. Are you going long at the open there? Are you going long there? No, you're not going long there. Oh my God, Voss, it's going to the moon. It's not going to the moon. I promise you it's not going to the moon. All right? Look at the state of your stock. You got room up to 221 once you get narrow, all right? But watch your retracement levels coming back as you get narrow. As this 20 is ticking up at the open, you need a pullback to set up for the 25 or 50 long, okay? Let's go. Earnings next week. No one cares about earnings. Bill Boyle with the rose. The news. The ones who trade the earnings lose the most. Remember that. JL with the heartbeat. Bill with the rose. Hadrian with the popular. Kay Braden, thank you, sweetheart. Only Dan, there he is. Jess, thank you. Anya Spots. Lino Rocha. We got a lot of roses on the board, my traders. Let's start hammering away. Sure, the white lines are our major support and resistance levels. Okay? Coin, let's do it. I had a buddy text me, I think it was 3 days ago. MU, and he's using all these buzzwords. And I said, brother, you lose all the time. I know, that's why I'm asking you. I said, but you haven't listened. He goes, what do you mean? I said, you're still using the buzzwords. He started laughing. All right, here we go. Coin. Right now, we are in a neutral state. We are in position 1. You have room up to 346.50. 346.50. Above 346.50 here on Coin. We have room up to 373. 373 to the upside, okay? Back under 328, under the whole number. You have room down to 318 and 310. Thank you, Wayne Lee. I appreciate you, my Wayne Lee. Noel Durant, how are you? Microsoft, you got it. Folks, we're just here to teach you how to do this. Because you wouldn't be here if you knew what you were doing. Well, let me rephrase that. You wouldn't be here if what you were doing was working. Right? I mean, I love that you guys are here because I have an opportunity to really help you. That's what my goal is here. Microsoft, right now, we are in a bearish neutral state, position 1. You have room up to 535, okay? Above 535 with a retest, you have room up to 543 here on Microsoft. Under 522, you have room down to 518 and 513. Thank you, Mike Weckman. Appreciate the follow. There's nothing to the moon on any day. We have enough problems getting groceries prices down. Never mind sending anyone to the moon right now. Let that sink in for a little bit. All right, here we go. Baba, we are in a neutral state. We are in position 2. You got room down to 169.60, 170 on Baba. Major support here. And 168, major support here. You got room back up to 174 on Baba. Above 175.46, you have room up to 177.42 and 180. Meta. Loaf of bread's been like $10 for what, 6 years now? But we're going to the moon. Right now, we are in, on Meta, a narrow state. We are in the whip zone. Above 671.53, we have room up to 681. Under 664.59, we have room down to 651. Above 681, you have room up to 718 on Meta. Sofi, let's do it. I got you. Don't you worry, my beautiful Denise Cartwright. I got you over there, sweetheart. I see you. I see you, Denise. Do you see me? That's the question. I see you. Do you see me? SoFi neutral whip zone currently on a SoFi, okay? We're just marking out the beautiful levels here, everybody. Double top right there, 31.50. Mark that down if you're a trader of SoFi. All right, above 29.68, we got room up to 30.50. Double tap with some ice cream up there on that top. Above that with a retest, you have room up to 31.50 on SoFi. Under 28.97, you have room down to 28.61 and $28. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Ooh, MU. Oh, Google first, then MU. She sees me. Good. It's a good thing my name's not John Cena. You know why, Denise? Let's see if Denise gets it. You're lucky my name's not John Cena, Denise. Do you know why? Google, we are in a neutral state above 286.10. You have room up to 290.50 and 292. Yes. Under 280.89, you have room down to 277. She's thinking about it. No Googling, Denise. No Googling. Hello, Hammer. Carvana. Simon, there's my boy. Simon says, yes, it is. Fit Wakely, there he is. Where the hell have you been? You're picking things up and putting them down. Look at the triceps on this guy. I'm envious of those triceps, Fit Wakely. Do you know that? I want those triceps. I'll give you my hair for those triceps. How's that? Is that a good deal? Are we in agreement? All right, so Denise, what I meant by John Cena, he's a WWE wrestler. And his motto was, you can't see me. Carvana, let's do it. Guy's got beautiful triceps over there. Man, I love you, baby. Picks things up and puts them down. Love it. All right, here we go. Carvana. Back over 313.42. Back over 313.42. We have room up to 327 on Carvana. Watch the state. You're in a neutral state right now. Above 327 with a retest. Then you'll have room up to 343, my beauties. Okay? Back under 303.33. Get under what? The whole number. Get under 303. You have room down to 291.44 and 284. A guttering business? Nice, my brother. Fit Wakely, I have a serious question for you. How fast can you throw a baseball? Did you ever go to one of those radar gun things? How fast can you throw a baseball? Hey, Joey with the heartbeat. Simon with the heartbeat. Lino with the confetti. Greenfield with the roses. Simon. Rayon. Pop, pop. There he is. Hadrian Rodriguez. Hello, Jerry Holt. PLTR. Simon with the fireworks. My boy. PLTR, we have room up to $200. Yes, $200 here on PLTR. Back under 194, we have room down to 187. Yes. All right, folks, the VIP is open. Who is getting in? All right. Your name's not Gurpreet 93. That's pretty good. Who's getting in the VIP? The Voss Trading.com. You're going to hit the link in my TikTok or YouTube bio, or just head right over to the Voss Trading.com. All weekend, you should be studying, folks, okay? Not all weekend, but most of the weekend. You can drive a golf ball 325. I figured that. Derek Jeter always used to say, work on your triceps to throw a baseball harder. Don't work on the biceps. Nvidia. All right, on the vids, we are in a neutral state. We're up here in position 2. 208, we got major resistance up here at 208, okay? So here's what we got, my beauties. We got this move to the upside. I'm not going long into 208. I need some type of pullback here. Bring me back before I go long into 208. Give me more room. I don't know what my risk to reward is yet, but I know if I get a pullback above the 25 or 50%, I will have room up to 208, okay? So we're not chasing this. Know your levels. Right now, your retracement levels here, 207 is your 25%, 206 is your 50%. All right, so mark those down, my beauties. Over there on the tubes, if this is your first time, hit that follow button. Lola, Lola, Lola Cabana. Na, 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 banana, 'cause you're my Lola. I had to do that, Lola. I love that. Lola Cabana, you are something, and I don't know the words, but you know how it goes. All right, we got more roses on the board. We are in a narrow state here on Apple. Yes, it is. Apple's my biggest holding. We're up there at 277 on Apple. Yes. So what are we going to do now on Apple? Are we going to say we gapped up? We're going to the moon. Are we just going to say we're going to the moon? Who's going to the moon on Apple at the open? Barry Marshmallow. No, we're not going to the moon. An amateur's going along here. Now, let's show you what you're going to do. And this is not financial investment or tax advice. This is for education purposes only. That is your gap up. I see this gap up, and I immediately say to myself, not going long. An amateur thinks they're going that way. Okay? Which you may well, you might do that, but you're not going to do it right away. Okay? So that is our move to the upside. What do we know? We know we're in a narrow state, so we can get much more room to the upside. All right? We're in a narrow state. If we look at our daily, we know that our 8 is starting to get far from our 20, and we are far from our 8. So I'm thinking more that way than I'm thinking that way. Okay? So we come back to the execution time frame. This is our move, again, to the upside, my beauties. First thing I'm thinking about is where am I coming back to? 276 and 275. Those are the two levels I'm looking at as we get that pullback. Okay? I am not shorting it from position 3 in a narrow state. Not doing it because there's too much oomph to the upside. So I'm going to be looking at 276 for an opportunity to go long. I will be looking at 275 for a possibility for a long. Under 275, I'm looking for a break of structure. These are my 3 outcomes on Apple. Does everybody got that? I'm not looking to go long at the open. Do we got it? Do we understand this? Thank you for the follows, everybody. Alan, yes, it is. Alan, thank you. This is how you trade, folks. And you're going to learn all this in the VIP. I promise you. All right. GC. You gonna run this down tonight. GC. I'm just going to go long on Apple. Why? Why? Because there's a lot of green to the upside. Oh, okay. All right. You do that. GC. My Sue Felicia. Above 449.20. You got room up to 461 and 474. All right, my beautiful Sue Felicia. Under 4,260, you got room down to 39.85. Mark them. Madhu. No, it's Mad Who. Hello, Mad Who. If you're Mad Who, I'm Happy Who. If you're, how are you, my brother? I like you. If you're Mad Who, I'm Happy Who. All right? MU. Do you guys like that one? That was a good one. Happy Who. Come on, that was funny. That was funny, Mad Who. You got to admit that. We are in a narrow state on MU. We are in position 2. 5 minute looks good. Good one, Steven. Good one, my brother. Let me mark these out for you. Moving. What you doing? I just don't like how we closed out on this. That's the only thing. But we are narrow, so we're going to get a good move out of this on the 2 and the 5, all right? I'm going to put MU on watch here. MU's on watch. We are at position 2. We have room up to 231, everybody. Alerts, alerts. We got MU on watch. 231 to the upside. To the downside, under 222.84, we have room down to 215. I don't know. No, I don't think so, Gurpreet. Hello, Anthony Baker. Good to see you, my brother. Welcome aboard. Good to see you. Is that a Yankee shirt you have on in your photo? It looks like an NY. It might not be, though. But good to see you, Anthony. Welcome. Amazon. All right. Amazon, we're way up there. Okay. We are in a bearish neutral state. Steven, where are you at, my brother? Look at the state we're in. Amazon. How did I miss this before? Silly Voss. All right, hold on. We are going to put Amazon on watch for a possible short at the open. Okay? That's our move up. We are in a bearish neutral state. Hey, you missed it too. We are in a bearish neutral state here on Amazon. I'm going to put this on watch for a short, and I have MU on watch. Amazon and MU are on watch. Okay? So where would I take this down to? There's my 245. There's my 25%. And there is my 240. All right, these are my 2 zones. Depending on where I can get in on this at the open, maybe, this is not financial investment or tax advice, will determine where I'm going down on this. That's what she said. All right, what else are we looking at? Hims and hers. Let's go, let's go. Yes. Hims and hers, we are in a neutral state. We are in a bearish neutral state, yes. You want to know something crazy? Ask me. You want to know something crazy? I have never seen that show, The Office. I didn't even know for the longest time that's the term, that's what she said, came from that show. I had no idea. I was just saying it because everybody else said it. Hims and hers above 45.61. You have room up to 46.78. $47 hold number area here on Hims and hers. Back under $44. You have room down to $42. Yeah, I never watched it. I only watched one Seinfeld episode in my life. I got no soup for you. And I was forced to watch it for my family. I don't find Jerry Seinfeld funny whatsoever. Intel. The levels from yesterday. Pause right there. And that was later in the day. All right, are we ready? Just saying. Just saying. You may want to mark them down. You know? Maybe. A little bit. All right, we are in a bearish neutral state. Above 41 hold number. You have room up to 41.50 and $42 here on INTC. Intel under $40. You have room down to 39.36 and then the hold number of $39. Akin Lot Sotu, Shail Aliwali. Hello, good morning to you and welcome to the stream. Louis Dog. Hello, my brother. You got it, Louis Dog. Louis Dog, I never got into it either, man. I just couldn't. I never understood why people love that show so much, Seinfeld. CELC. I just never understood it. Celsuity. With no volume. Why are we looking at this? But I'll look at it for you. Know what I mean. Yeah, this is not something I would want to trade. We are in a neutral state. You got room up to $80 with no volume. Above $80 with a retest with no volume. You have room up to $83 with no volume. Okay? Back under $77, you have room down to $75.69 and then $72 with no volume. Hello, Peter2124. Meta. Let's go. We got to hammer those roses. We are at 158,000. Let's go to 250. You guys said 250. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Zachary says, it will consolidate to the fair value gap and then continue the trend. Does anyone want to respond to Zachary? Anybody in here? Zachary, some people want to respond to you. Hold on. You ready? Zachary, it's Halloween, baby. This is for you. Zachary, you get the Wizard of the Day championship belt. Everybody, hashtag Zachary in the chat. Hashtag Zachary, he's the Wizard of the Day. Meta, above 670.29, you have room up to 681. Above 681 with a retest, you have room up to 718. Under 664.59 on Meta, you have room down to 651. Louis Dog, everything we teach you in the VIP works with all instruments. The instrument is irrelevant. Anthony Baker. Anthony, you're going to have fun with us, my brother. And if you ever decide to learn, you want to take your learning more serious, get in that VIP. Link is in the YouTube bio. We have a lot of fun in there. QCOM, a lot of supportive people in there. Everyone in the VIP, it melted my heart to see you sending in the VIP chat encouragement to all the new VIP traders. Candy, Hillary, JDM, Sue Felicia, I think I said Candy, warmed my heart. I almost started crying. I almost had one of those crying moments. I was reading through all of those. That's good stuff, man. We have a very, very special community. Do you all know that? And I stay out of it because that's what I like to see you guys do. I don't want to interrupt that. That builds camaraderie. I like it. You just can't give financial investment or tax advice in there, which nobody does, which is great. All right, here we go on QCOM. Are we ready? We are in a neutral state. We got room up to 179.62 and then 180 here on QCOM. I used to trade this a lot, folks, QCOM. Once the spread started getting out of control, I had to get out of it. Under 177, I was very successful with QCOM. Under 177, we have room down to 176, but I had to take it off. The spreads were just relentless. Henry, who's Henry? Oh, Henry, I see him. I see him. Oh, well, it's all right, Henry. We're here for you, brother. Henry, we're here for you. All right? Anything you want to talk about, you let us know, my brother. IWM, you got it. Henry must have tried this and not did very well. Poor guy. Poor guy. We are in a neutral state. We are in the whip zone. Above 246.60. You have room up to 248 and 248.33. Here on IWM, under 244.65. You have room down to 244. First stop. Under 244 with a retest. You have room down to 241. Google Danielle, the beautiful Danielle. Hello, my dear. How are you doing? Above 286.10, we have room up to 290.50 and 292. Back under 280.89, you have room down to 277. MU, we have it on watch. MU's on watch with Amazon. So right now on MU, we are in a narrow state. 5 minute. It looks good. Nice and tight. Yes, it is. We got room up to 231.21 here. Good call out, Steven. Loved it. 231.21. Under 222.84, you have room back down to 215. Hold Henry during open. I, I like this Anthony Baker guy. Everyone, hashtag Anthony Baker. Yes, I like this guy. Anthony, we have something in common. We both have bald heads, too. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Everyone, hashtag Anthony Baker. Thank you, Gurpreet. Sue Felicia, adorable dad he is. Katana Lim, there she is. The Lim machine is here. Tesla, you got it. Tesla stock all day, baby. All right. Well, as long as you know how to trade, I'm all right with that. All right, Tesla, we are in a neutral state. We're in a bearish neutral state. We are in position 2. You got room up to 449 and 453 here on Tesla. Under 439.97, you got room down to 433 on Tesla. Christopher Dean, yes it is. Let's see, PLTR from our Christopher Dean. I like it. We are in a narrow state. We're in position 2. You got room up to $200. Christopher, be careful. We rejected off this level twice already. This is a double top. So just be careful here around 200. You want to get over that. Hold that 200, okay, Christopher? This is important. I got to do it. Above 200, we're not trading into it. Let's get that retest of that 200 and hold it. Then we can look for our long off that, okay? That'll be like a rocket ship. Thank you, Rickies, for the follow. CRM. Salesforce. Let's do it. Narrow state on Salesforce. Thank you, Mother Duck. I like that name, Mother Duck. I like it. We are in a narrow state. We are in position 2 to the downside here on, we got a double top up there at 259. On CRM, let's pull this back. Look at that base right there. All right, here we go. Watch this move right here. 254. We got a narrow base right here. Be careful. You're coming into the base at 254. That's major resistance, okay? Under 254 with a retest. Let's hold it, okay? So let's come through it. Let's hold it. And let's take that sumbitch down to 249. This is not financial investment or tax advice. This is for education purposes only. Back over 258. You got room up to 259 here on CRM. I'm going to do one more rose goal to keep the ALGO going here. Are we ready? Amazon, Jazzy M. Well, hello, Jazzy. Beautiful. Love your photo. Beautiful. We got you, Jazzy. Amazon. All right, so here's the deal, Jazzy, on Amazon. We have this on watch for a short at the open. Right now, Jazzy's like, what? Right, Jazzy? You're like, what? Short at the open? Because we are in a bearish neutral state, Jazzy. All right? So that doesn't mean you're not going to take this long. It just means you're not going to at the open. 240, all right? 247 are my short levels I'm coming down into because of the neutral state. Once we get, depending on my entry, once we get into these levels, then you can look for a possible long. Jazzy, under 240, you want to look for that break of structure back down to 228. You're welcome. Bob Miller. Hello, Bob. We need more Bob Millers in this world. When was the last time you heard someone named Bob? Like they have a child and then they say, what'd you name your son? Bob. We need more Bobs. Who agrees we need more Bobs? Mark Renee. Someone, Mr. Dave, can you tell Mark Renee right there? The VossTrading.com is where you are going to learn how to trade from beginning to end. Everyone, hashtag, we need more Bobs. What are we doing? Netflix. I had it all mapped out. Why did I get rid of them? All right, let's do it for Bob. What about Bob? You guys ever see that movie? That was funny as hell, that movie. With Bill Murray, What About Bob? All right, here we go, Bob Rooney, the Bobsters, the Bob Men. You are in a neutral bearish state, so be careful at the open, okay? It's going to chop around for a little while. You got room up to 1117, my Bob. 1117 and then 1129.60, 1130 area. Back under the whip zone of a 1088. Get under the whole number. You have room down at 1066. Simon, see, we understand it, right? Me and you are old. People are probably Googling, what about Bob? You're welcome, Bob. No problem, my brother. Brenny. Hello, Brenny. Let's do SPY for Brenny. The SPY Rooney. Let's hammer those roses out real quick to end the goals, okay? Thank you. On the SPY, we are in a neutral state. See the state right here, folks? Look, this is a neutral state. We are in a bullish position. You do not want to chase this long at the open. It's going to be choppy, okay, until we can get this narrow. You also are not going to trade it into a hold number 200 of 686 right here. That wouldn't end well, all right? Let's mark these out. Sorry for the way I am. Once you get back into a narrow state, if you could hold 686, you have room up to 690 on the SPY, all right? Back under 679 hold number, get under that hold number, and you have room down to 674, my beauties. Billy Bob Thornton, yes. He's on a T-Mobile commercial now. Isn't that Billy Bob Thornton? Thank you, Shelly Stringer and Bailly. Thank you, Shelly and Bailly. Uber. Once you learn how to short people, you're going to love it more than going long. I can tell you that right now. Right, VIP? And there's a reason why. Go long. We don't want to go long. We want to short the hell out of it. Uber. Narrow. Position 1. Watch out for Uber. Alert. Alert on Uber, Amazon, and MU. You got room up to $98 here on Uber. 98. Under 96. Under the whole number, you have room back down to 95. How we doing, everybody? Today's the last day of the month. I was hoping someone mentioned that in the chat. Nobody did. Who's green for the month of October? Who's currently green? Who's going to be one follower away from 40? Someone hit that follow button. We love this game. Do not let this one day ruin your month. Stay green. Stay green. If you are red, we're not trying to hit home runs to become green. Okay? Do we got it? Do we got it, my beauties? Look at all these VIPers. These are all VIPers. Green, 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 green. Look at this over here on YouTube. VIPers, green months, green months. That's what happens when you learn how to trade from us. We're going to teach you how to trade, and we're going to start having green months with you. All right? Roll call. Shelly, Hammer, Jessica. Thank you so much, ladies. Bye. Thank you, Hammer. I know you're not a lady. Bill Boyle, Adorable, Jessica, Simon, Jules, Andrew, Christina Zahn, Alan, the man came out of nowhere, this guy. I love it. Hold on. Simon, Lino, Rocha. Yes, it is. They're still sending them. Kay Braden, Jules, Powder, Andrew. Facial Blaster, User. Shelly Stringer, Shelly Stringer, and then Sue Felicia, April Stapleton, Mooney. I love that name for some reason. I can't figure out why. Mr. Dave, yes it is. Bill Boyle, thank you, Bill. JDM, my man. April Stapleton, Andrew the Believer, yes. Christina Zan, Davion, Kay Braden, Damon, Alonzo, Anya to the moon. Only Dan, Hadrian Rodriguez. I think I got everybody. Jules, thank you, dear. Bye, thank you. Gurpreet is on fire. So we're watching MU and Amazon. Amazon for a possible short at the open, and MU, we don't know yet. Miss Market has to tell us. Love you all. We'll see you back on tomorrow morning. New VIPers, we will tag you up here very, very shortly. Love you. Get in that VIP. Let's teach you how to trade. For the love of God, learn. Please learn how to trade. Please. Now, it doesn't have to be from me, but at least learn how to trade.